The banner just a moment ago. We are set for football at Lumen Field here a mile south of downtown Seattle. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with the San Francisco 49ers. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. Jackson on first down. And finding the tight end Hooper. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Vanderbilt's own Oren Burks had the tackle defensively. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. Solid move, but he's corralled just beyond the 40. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there, and right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat in every meeting with reporters? This week, he kind of said, I've had enough, and I don't blame him. He looks like a guy that may very well be out the door. Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop, a man down on the return. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. And he took that thing one-handed. What a grab. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. A big play there for the Niners.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
Well, remember, these two teams met earlier in the year in Santa Clara with the Niners coming out on top. So a win here in Seattle, tough as that may be, would give them the season sweep.
On 2nd and 9, Allen. This is caught. It's Kirk. Touchdown. Christian Kirk, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Niners have taken the early lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes the score 7-0. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
Peoples-Jones going to elect not to run this out, and they'll begin at the 25. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
He'll have a first down past the 40 as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Here's Kamara out of the pistol. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
Well, this defense for the Niners, they really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game, and I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one, but 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
They'll give to Kamara here on the option.
He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. A give. This is Kamara. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that one. No gain. So they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. Jackson from the shotgun. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Yetur Gross-Matos make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
So a poor return exacerbated by a holding call makes this 1st and 10 back inside their own 5. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
And that run there does nothing but juice up the guys who are moving the football. I mean, if you're an offensive lineman, people running it, actually the guy calling plays, you're almost jumping up and down in jubilation, aren't you?
Yeah, now you've got options on 2nd down.
And big-time options. You might want to think about play action and try and get something cheap right here over the top.
He's going to look deep down the field. And got his man complete. 30. 10. Touchdown, 49ers.
And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
Yeah, and this is one of the best runs you'll see. A lot of times on these long touchdowns, you'll say he gets into the end zone untouched, but not here. He fought his way through contact and it barely even registered, and he just continued down the field all the way to the end zone.
Peoples-Jones going to elect not to run this out, and they'll begin at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Throwing is Jackson. He'll air this one out for Mims. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. You know, if following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well. If you do that, that's really going to lead you to more issues.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Here's Jackson. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Yetur Gross-Matos in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Another try after the 1st down sack. Jackson. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long.
Looking for Mims, but this is intercepted.
Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line.
And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Allen. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great effort there. His fourth touchdown on the year. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now 21-0. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
Peoples-Jones going to elect not to run this out, and they'll begin at the 25.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Yetur Gross-Matos has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. So after the INT, it's Allen. He's going to air one out. And this one is incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Allen off the play fake. They'll roll him out right. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. Here's Allen.
This is swung out to Eckler.
Oh, nice move. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked by Ronnie Harrison.
And the Seahawks are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
After the interception, here's Jackson. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. He'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd and long. Jackson. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. And the Seahawks on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Jackson now. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth.
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Allen again. That is taken in by the tight end Fant. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need to...
Touchdown 49ers! A great play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Niners are able to add on to their first half lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes the score 28-0. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
Peoples-Jones going to elect not to run this out. And they'll begin at the 25.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Jackson's throw into the hands of Hooper.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
On 1st down, Allen.
And that's into the hands of Eckler.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
2nd and 6. I'm letting you know right now, you better bring it. Mike 14. Mike 14.
Play action. Now it's Allen. Flushed out right. And it's complete. In the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Christian Kirk in the final seconds of the first half. And the 49ers will extend their lead here just before halftime. Myers connects on the PAT, and that makes this 35-0 now.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. Jackson going to hold on to it again.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. Steps away to his left. And his throw is incomplete. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting 49ers on top. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time out, another touchdown, and I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the fourth quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? Who? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the road
true.
to be fairly clear
by the time
we have to leave the booth.
He's got a man, complete. And he's taken down inside the red zone past the Seattle 15. A big play there for the Niners. Pretty good timing. He waited just enough for that post play to develop and laid it right in there.
And you know what a lot of teams do when they decide to throw a post route? Because it's a little bit longer developing play.
And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Noah Fant, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Niners come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead will swell by 1 more.
Peoples-Jones going to elect not to run this out. And they'll begin at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Jackson. And he is going to be run down. What a disaster there. A huge loss. Brian Burns, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Now on 3rd and forever, he'll look to throw.
And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's 4th down.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They'll try and throw for it here. And he's brought down. Can't It's a sack and a turnover on downs. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. Throwing on first down is Allen. Eluding the pressure right.
He'll drop this one off to Eckler.
Touchdown!
Austin Eckler.
His 11th touchdown of the year.
And the 49ers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that will extend this big lead. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
Peoples-Jones going to elect not to run this out, and they'll begin at the 25.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain.
And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. After the sack here, 2nd and 11. From the gun, Jackson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. Escaping the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Now, these two teams, you might recall, met back in mid-season, week 8 to be exact. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home.
They go play action with Jackson.
That swung out wide to Harris.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Flush to his right. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30.
That is definitely what we call our defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
He'll get it to the 23-yard line.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Play action. It's Jackson. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
Alton Robinson.
2 plays in a row now that he has gotten in there for the sack, and it brings up 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. It's caught by Hooper. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And the Seahawks are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They hand off to their big tight end. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Austin Hooper with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Seahawks are able to at least knock this deficit down a bit. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. So they do get one score back, but still a long way to go here in the third quarter. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Still well in control of this ball game despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago. He'll air this one out for Kirk. It's caught inside the 25. And he is down deep into Seattle territory. A big play there for the Niners. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. To the air, Allen. That's caught over the middle by Fant. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line.
Well, he does have one touchdown in the game already, and while this one won't go for 6, it's enough to get him first and goal. But you and I both know he's going to be a little upset he didn't cross the goal line for a second time in this one.
Might want the ball here on the next play. It'll be first and goal when we come back. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Noah Fant, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Niners are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Peoples-Jones going to elect not to run this out. And they'll begin at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there. And trailing big here in this fourth quarter. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be second and about 1 yard. Here's Jackson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Then his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And the 49ers will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Seahawks are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. Now they get a fourth quarter pick, a little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. Buying time to his left. First down and more for Jackson. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A big pickup there on the scramble. Oh, Lamar Jackson just so electric, Charles, when he gets into open space, and we saw Exhibit A right there.
You know something? I'm standing up here in the booth next to you watching the play. He buckled my ankles on that one as well. It doesn't matter whether you're actually on the field trying to chase him or you're just watching him play. This guy is sheer excitement.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Flushed out right. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on 1st down. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson, end zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Donovan Peoples-Jones. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. The extra point by McLaughlin is up and good as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And right about now, heck, they might be wishing they did not have a bye week coming up next week. It appears they're going to go into that week off in high spirits as they've got this one well in hand. Allen off the play fake. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you could put yourself in jeopardy.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Allen. Eluding the pressure right. This is the tight end Fant. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Allen going to try and throw on 3rd down. And the Seahawk defense gets to him and they bring him down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Here comes the 49ers punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5, and it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. They'll get this out to Kamara. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Now Jackson. Able to connect with Mims. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
Felt compelled to go for it there on fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a fourth down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You stop to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
Escaping the pressure right, and he'll just get rid of it.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Jackson will throw again. First down and more for Jackson. Well, another fine run right there for Lamar Jackson. And CD, that one puts him over 100 yards now for the ball game.
And remember when all we talked about were 100-yard games from running backs? That when a quarterback did it was a surprise. With Lamar Jackson, that's part of the package as well. He'll have as many 100-yard games in a season as the top running backs in the league.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Jackson now. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good, as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of